Did you know that the most disciplined people in the world aren't actually more disciplined than you? They've just given up. They have surrendered. Not to laziness, but to a single non-negotiable truth about themselves that makes the struggle obsolete. This is not a theory. This is the quiet, desperate whisper that comes after everything else has screamed and failed. If you are feeling stuck right now, hollowed out by the gap between the life you have and the life you feel you should be living, then listen closely. This is not about motivation. This is about the end of a war. The stuckness you feel is not a symptom of laziness. It is the pain of a divided identity. You are trying to build a new version of yourself while living inside the old one. You are trying to force action while clinging to the very patterns, comforts, and stories that define the person who cannot take that action. It is a civil war, and it exhausts you before you even begin. You wait for motivation as if it is a weather front that will blow in from the outside and sweep you toward your goals. But motivation is not the cause of action. It is its reward. It is the feeling that comes after you have already begun, after you have already decided irrevocably who you are. For years, I misunderstood this. I thought my inaction was a failure of character. I would construct elaborate plans, fueled by a frenzy of hope, only to watch them dissolve in the acid bath of my own daily habits. The cycle was a familiar hell. Ambition, effort, friction, retreat. And with each retreat, the story I told myself about myself grew heavier. I was the person who couldn't finish, the person who started strong but faded. The identity became a room I lived in, and the walls kept closing in. I was waiting for a seismic shift, a grand dramatic moment of awakening that would reboot my entire system. That moment never comes. Awakening is not a thunderclap. It is the slow, painful process of a seed cracking open in the total darkness of the soil. It is silent endurance. It is suffering without drama. The way out is not through a massive overhaul. It is through one change. Not a grand gesture, but a small, private, almost invisible alteration to your daily architecture. The power of one change is not in the scale of the action, but in the seismic shift of identity it triggers. When you choose one thing, just one, and you do it not for results, but as a statement of who you are now, you are not building a new habit. You are burying the old you. You are etching a new line into the stone of yourself. That one change becomes the single thread you pull, and your entire life begins, slowly, irrevocably, to unravel and reweave itself around this new core truth. Maybe your one change is writing one true sentence before you open your email in the morning. Not a page, a sentence. Maybe it is walking for 10 minutes without your phone. Maybe it is closing a single browser tab and sitting in the silence for 60 seconds. It must be so small it feels almost insignificant, because its power is not in its effort, but in its consistency. Its power is in the daily, quiet repetition that proves to you, beyond argument, that you are not who you were. You are the person who does that thing, every day, no matter what. The furnace of transformation is not fueled by occasional bonfires of effort, but by the slow, steady burn of a single tiny coal, fed daily. This is patience without weakness. This is the long game played in the privacy of your own minutes. You will not feel transformed tomorrow. You will feel the same resistance, the same old whispers, but you will have your one change. And that one change is a door in a long, dark hallway. You don't need to see the end of the hallway. You only need to walk through that one door today, and then tomorrow you walk through it again. The momentum is not in speed, but in direction. The rebirth is not a fantasy of a future self, but the quiet, daily construction of that self. Brick by solitary brick. So tonight, or tomorrow morning, in the quiet before the world demands anything of you, decide on your one change. Make it tiny. Make it sacred. Do not tell the world about it. Tell no one. Let it be a secret contract between who you were and who you are becoming. And then, do it. Not for a week or a month, but until it is as much a part of you as your breath. Let that be your foundation. From that solid, unshakable ground, you will find that motivation was never the missing piece. It was the prize waiting for you on the other side of your own decision. Keep going. Keep building. The world needs the person you are underneath the weight of who you've been. Start with one change and let everything else follow.